I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can the clerk do the roll?
Counselor Alex, Counselor Charanza, Counselor Gupta,
Yes, I'm a student, Jeff. Sorry.
Counselor Mannion. Here. Counselor Stevenson.
Here.
Here.
He's afraid to say his last name. It's correct. Rock Michelle.
Yeah, there we go. It only took Angela 4 years. Okay, so we only have a couple of items on the agenda this morning. The first is for change order for our water meter project. So if Robin or Doug can give us an overview of the need for this change order and what exactly you're asking for.
Thank you for coming on short notice. So to date, approximately 5,645 residential and commercial meters of the 7,893 active accounts have been successfully replaced, representing approximately 71.5% of the town of DeWitt water service meter upgrade projects. The remaining 2,248 accounts are either in the scheduled, not scheduled, or incomplete status and are actively being advanced. Through the course of the installation process, Core and Main and the Town of DeWitt Water Department have identified 32 meters with non-standard meter lay lengths. This is the length of the meter from one end to the other. These meters identified have shorter lay lengths than the standard meter lay lengths that were specified for this project, meaning the meters currently in stock cannot be installed given the current plumbing configurations at each of the identified accounts. The contractor has provided two solutions to address the issues and are as follows. Option one, main case replacement only for all meters. This option includes the replacement of the meter main case for 31 of the 32 meters that have been identified, which are the 3 and 4 inch meters. The meter main case is the meter's outer shell that houses the internal measuring chamber and connects directly to the incoming and outgoing water service line. The internal measuring chamber of each meter can be removed from the existing main case and reinstalled into the new main case with a shorter lay length as required. The one attachment has a visual representation of what those meter components are. The main case, which consists of the meter's outer shell, strainer, and test plug, shall be replaced as required, while the meter's internal measuring chamber, which consists of the rotor, measuring chamber, and register, shall be removed as one unit and reinstalled in the new main case. The remaining 1 meter will require a full replacement. The cost breakdown for this option is as follows. So 3/4 inch full replace with 1 meter, unit price is $187.38. 3 inch meters, main case only, there's 23 of them. Unit price is $624 for a total cost of $14,352. 4 inch main case only, 8 meters, unit price is $1,542 for a total cost of $12,366. With a total cost of $29,905.38. Option 2, which is full meter replacement for 18 meters and main case replacement for remaining meters. This option includes the full replacement of the original 18 meters identified with the non-standard lay lengths. The contractor prepared a proposal dated June 30th, 2026, which is included in this attachment, which is based on 8 meters that have been identified through the course of the ongoing installation process. These 18 meters identified shall be fully replaced with meters of the required lay lengths, and the existing meters currently in an inventory at the town's highway department garage shall be returned to the contractor and credited to the project minus a 20% restocking fee. The remaining 14 meters subsequently identified in the weekly progress meeting held on July 15th shall be subject to the main case replacement discussed above in option 1. So the cost breakdown for this option is as follows. So 1 3/4 inch full replacement meter with a unit price of $187.38. 3-inch meters, full replacement, 10 meters, $1,247.58 for a total cost of $12,475.80. 4-inch meter, full replacement, 7 meters, unit price $2,428.75 with a total cost of $17,001.25. Total cost $29,664.43. Full meter replacement. Oh, that was full meter replacement, so 3-inch main case only, 13 meters. Unit price $624 with a total cost of $8,112. 4-inch meters, main case only, 1 meter, $1,542. And then this is with the restocking fee for these ones. 3-inch meters with a 20% restocking fee. 10 meters minus $998.06 for a cost of minus $9,980.60. 4-inch meters with the credit of 20% restocking fee. 7 meters minus $1,943 for a total of $13,601. So with the credit and the 20% restocking fee would be minus $23,581.60 for a total of $15,736.83. So the current value of the project is $5,484,605.31. So option 1 would increase the total contract value to $5,511,510.69, which is an increase of approximately 0.5%, while option 2 would increase the total contract value to $5,500,342.18, which is an increase of approximately 0.3%. Change order number 4 will be prepared pending the town board on how to proceed. And please note that during the installation of the remaining accounts, it is likely that additional meters with non-standard lay lengths will be identified. Any additional meters identified will be subject to the main case replacement option, as the contractor cannot accept any more returned meters.
So thank you very much, Robin. I'll open it up to questions in a second, but my suggestion, given the cost, would be to go with option 2, as it is the cheaper option. We at least get some credit back for the meters that don't fit, but rather than just approving a total cost for option 2 of the $15,736, because there is the unknown of this may happen with a few more meters before the project is done. Although we are 71% done, we do have more commercial, more larger ones that are still outstanding, to approve the change order with option 2 up to $25,000, so that if there are a few more that need main case replacements, that can just be done without having to come back to the board.
After this, you mean?
Yes, so there are still, they haven't physically seen every meter yet, correct?
Yep.
And due to poor record keeping of the previous water administration, we don't have the lay lengths for all of the meters in our system. After this replacement project, we'll have all the data we could ever want on all of our meters, and we will have it. Oh, no problem. We're good. We will have it stored and accessible, so this would never happen again in the future. But because there's something we still haven't seen, we pre-ordered all the meters that we thought we would need throughout the system, but some may not actually be correct, and we may need to do this main case replacement on some more. Hopefully not very many, just a handful, hopefully.
Correct.
Okay. Are there other questions? Doug's here. Yes, Indu.
So, I have a bunch of questions. First question, did they find out after they visited the houses that that's kind of things?
Yeah, so there was a scheduled meter replacement appointment that they went to and found out they couldn't actually do it. So we had to move those appointments into the canceled status, and then we have to reschedule those
Okay,
residents.
so it can happen more.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that something related to the old house or new houses? We don't know that.
What do you?
Like if some with new construction after nineties or sixties construction.
If it's new construction, we can order we can order anything that the plumbers pre-measure for a meter length. So this isn't an issue with new construction.
No, the one like if the house is built in nineties versus house was built in 1920.
Oh,
I mean, usually there are some changes that occurred.
yeah.
Out of 71, so you still have almost 29%, which is outstanding, which we don't know that
Mhm.
might happen the same thing, right?
Mhm.
So in anticipation. I have one scheduled for my house now, so we'll find out
Yep.
what kind of.
Yeah.
So there's no record keeping from before? is
Yeah,
there?
it's kind of impossible to know what everybody's plumbing configuration is unless we go ahead of time to figure
Right.
out and look at them.
Okay. So the second is between option 1 and option 2. The restocking was mentioned, which in option 1, there is no, I mean, you will have leftover things. Won't you be able to restock those there as well? Because you're purchasing new things. And what happens to those which are not used? So that should apply to the same.
If they're smaller meters, we can keep them because a lot of times for residential, it's like one small size of meter, which we would probably reuse again. But because these are larger meters, we probably won't be able to reuse them again unless a new building comes in that has that specific size.
So in option 1, just let me clarify to Doug, option 1, like the meter itself is still being used. We're not buying new meters for those, correct? It's just the configuration, the casing that we would have left over.
Yes, so basically, there were 17 meters that came up, and it was 17 up until this Wednesday. And the 17 meters, the contractor said he would take those all back. He can't use those because they've been on the shelf for a year, but because he had enough flexibility, he'd take those back and he would just restock them, see if he could use them or whatnot. So at Wednesday's meeting this week, there were 14 more meters that came up, and he said he just couldn't absorb another 14 meters. So that's when he came up with this plan of taking the body apart and putting it back together, which was a pretty reasonable thing to do.
Right, but won't that be applicable if you use option 1? I'm not an engineer, I'm just trying to figure it out. So restocking part is you get the credit for 23,000. No, sorry, whatever that total of 15,000, you get the credit.
He said he wouldn't restock 14 extra.
He won't restock the 14 extras. So,
So option 2 is basically the 17 meters being restocked
yeah,
and then modifying the 14 meters that came up Wednesday.
So I think that's option 1 is not returning anything. Option 1 is just modifying the ones that we've already purchased.
right,
There may be leftover casings, which I guess we could scrap,
right.
but it wouldn't be like a meter that's left over. Option 2 for half of them, for the 17, he's taking the 17 meters back and giving us 17 replacement meters.
Confused. Why won't you do the same thing for the option 1?
He just wouldn't. I said he couldn't absorb any more. I mean, that was the pushback that we gave him, right? Can't you restock all of them? And he said, no, but I can rebuild them.
Okay. How many total meters you're talking? You have 3,
Right now, it's 31,
31.
right? But we're not sure, like Max said, we're not sure if there may be some more. We don't.
Right. We're just talking right now, this one.
I mean, 71% done. I mean, there may be a few more, there may not. I mean, but like Robin said, it's difficult to go in every house to find everything in the records system.
No, we're just talking this year right now. The future, I don't well, I mean, we can anticipate it could be
Right.
more than half of them could be the same problem. What only clarification, I'm not sure that why restocking cannot be done. I think it just, I'm not able to comprehend that. Is there any better way to make me understand?
No, they just,
I think it's just, so,
they did us a favor of restocking the 17.
No, I understand that. That's, I mean, it's 20% of restocking fee is pretty high also. Usually it's 10%, 5 to 10%.
Yeah, Rocky was gonna try to push back on it.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, wow, I never heard of 20%. That's quite a lot of that. So I appreciate that. But if he can restock in the option 2, why can't he restock in option 1 for the, because the total number serving is 31 still in both options, 32, the 31. So what is the difference? Why won't he restock in 1? I'm just trying to understand what is the difference?
it's just, I think, so his explanation is that he's probably not going to reuse the meters. So for the ones that he's taking back from us,
Yeah.
he's probably going to absorb that as a loss. And so,
Got that, right.
and so he's saying, I'll eat the $23,000 on this contract, but I'm not willing to eat I'm not willing to eat $46,000 on this contract.
It was the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, that's still kind of feels. I mean, I just saw that last night, so early morning, so. So there's no option, there's no return in option 1. That question is still not clear why. Versus there's an option, he has it in second one.
I mean, honestly, I don't think there is an option, right? The answer is number 2. I think all we did is just show that, you know, we negotiated it down from the 29 down to 15.
Yes. Option 1 was basically just going with the meters that we have, what we would need to do to replace them. Option 2 is
Where's there of those ones which are not used, correct?
we'll have leftover pieces, we'll have leftover parts.
Right.
Yeah, and we would just scrap those parts and, you know, there would be some amount of probably, depending on what the material is, you know, a few dozen to a couple $100 of
Yeah, so
value
it's the
there.
same thing, except that he's not giving credit in the first one versus he's giving
Correct.
Yes,
second. Because there's
Yes.
something there that he's getting more benefit of that,
Yes.
I would think. What is that benefit? That's what I'm not sure. Because he's taking,
Concerns us.
I think he's just taking it because he's using those scrap.
He's giving us a better deal on option 2.
he's trying to,
Option 2.
yeah, he's trying to work with us in option 2.
$1,000 less than option 2. I would go with that one.
Yeah.
The engineer's just saying it's not big of a difference.
So this has been ongoing for about a month. You know,
Okay,
it was 17 meters. There was a tremendous. And to restock the meters, because originally he said it was gonna be $29,000. He knocked that down to 5,000, and then this Wednesday, it became apparent from the staff that there were 14 more. So, you know, after we beat him up and knocked him down to the $5,000, he said, I just can't absorb it.
is there any conversation that if it happens again, most likely it will happen again, because if we still have 30%, almost 29% left over, so.
Yeah, the conversation was that he's taking these for restocking and any more, we would just have to do the main case replacement.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Are there other questions? Any questions on, as I said, approving it up to $25,000 so that we can do any extra main case replacements?
That was my question. I asked that earlier. Is this 29 plus 25?
No, so right now it's just, if we do option 2, it's 15,736 that we know we have to spend.
Okay.
And then I'm saying, but rather than just approving that amount, let's approve up to $25,000 total. So that would allow an extra $9,000 for main case replacement, which is basically those extra, is those 14 that are found is about $9,000. So we would be able to do another 14 if they pop up out of the last 29% that are remaining.
It's 14 or less.
Hopefully, yeah, and hopefully it's 14 or less. And if it's not, then we'll be back here.
Can you let us know also? I think that.
I'm sure Robin can include that in her updates that she gives us on the project.
And then hopefully he will decrease the restock. 20% is a lot.
He must have felt like he got
Going on
beat up.
salad.
Anyway.
Going on salad. When he's getting a salad around each other.
I mean, usually 10%, 10%.
It's a lot. You have a hard bargain.
Yeah, what?
Do we have any more questions or can I have a motion? A motion from Bernard, a second from Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay. And then Lemoyne Fireworks. Derek, if you can come up, we have a fireworks permit. We added to this meeting because at our Derek and Alana both were not going to be available for our next meeting, so we just tacked this on so that it can be done in time.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I was totally forgot about this morning too. So they applied for a permit to do fireworks on August 23rd at 9 o'clock. We're going to be doing it in the usual spot, which is in the, I believe, the lacrosse fields or open sports fields on their campus. Both the police department and fire department have reviewed the application also, signed off on it. And I have reviewed it and signed off on it.
This last year.
They've done it last couple of
It's the
years.
same place, right?
Since I've been here, they've done it every year. Just for the opening of their.
And-
Oh.
And this is after, Doug, this goes right through, or our project goes right through the area for this fireworks, but it's August 23rd, so we should be done and out of the campus by then.
We should be fine, yeah. For all intentional purposes, the work on the campus is done. They're just topsoil and seeding. Yeah.
Orientation fireworks.
Right now?
Welcome back.
Or at that-
Yeah.
No, right now, like this week, they put topsoil down, so.
Nice.
Oh,
And it's a Sunday night for.
are there any questions on the fireworks permit? Okay, do I have a motion to approve? A motion from Joe, a second from Carrie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, is there anything else we need before we can adjourn? Next quick meeting? Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Bernard, a second from Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming in this morning.
Good execution of the special board meeting.
Gary?
Right.